So if you define latitude and longitude, exactly that part can be marked on the map. Okay, so this helps in the locating any particular point. As we discussed, solar radiation will not be uniform throughout all the regions. It depends on in which region you are calculating. Okay, it may be if you, for example, if you consider a cold region like Ooty in a summer day, the intensity of radiation that you get will be very different. Okay, if you consider it in any parts of, say, for example, Andhra Pradesh, where Vizag or such points where very peak summer will be there, there the intensity will be different. It varies from one location to other location. So whatever terms we describe, whatever calculations we do, it depends on the location. So that is why first we have to study about these points. Okay. So far we have discussed with respect to latitude, longitude, prime meridian, and the equator, 4 terms. So please make a note of this. This sketch remains the same for all the definitions. Okay, only you can take down this, right? Any doubts you can ask me. See, as I told you, latitude and longitude specifies the position of any location on the planet. So no two locations will have the same longitude and latitude. Why? Because we have seen if you mark any point here, you will join with the center. Okay, this angle you call it as the latitude. Okay, with respect to the vertical axis, you call it as the latitude. You can just take a note of it. See, this sketch, as I told you, it remains same. Only the explanation part you can take down. If there are any doubts, you can please ask me. Okay, so we'll move to the next. Okay, this already equator and Greenwich meridian we have discussed. Next is the solar incident angle. Okay, so this term we will be commonly using here and there. What actually is the incident angle? Say we will assume the sun rays are, one second. Okay, so it is the angle between an incident beam. For example, the sun rays are entering onto the Earth's surface in this direction. So the angle between the incident beam. So this we call it as the I. That is the incident beam. Yeah. So the angle between the incident beam and the normal drawn to the surface. If you draw a vertical line onto the surface, it is called as the normal. The angle made, okay, by the solar radiation and the normal to the surface, we call it as the solar incident angle. Okay. So if you want to calculate the equivalent quantity of flux, flux means usually we represent by Q. That is the heat energy per unit area falling. Then you have to take the incident radiation I into cos theta. That will give you the flux or quantity of heat falling onto the surface. Okay, you can just make a note of it. It's a simple definition. Okay, whatever the direction, say for example, on the midday, if sun is here, if the radiation is falling in this direction, then draw a normal to the surface. So this is called as theta. Okay, if it is here, you draw a normal. This is called as theta. That's all. Okay, it is the angle made by the incident beam radiation, okay, with respect to the normal to the surface. Please make a note. Okay, so we'll move to the next. Altitude. See, altitude of a point or location is the, see, please take down this sketch. This will help you in defining it very easily, right? See, altitude of a location or a point is the angle made by the radial line joining the location to the center. So first we will take one sentence after the other. The first is the radial line which joins the location to the center of the earth. This is the first part of the statement. Say for example, I have to find the altitude of the location P. So I have considered some location P. Now I will draw a radial line which joins to the center of the earth. So this radial line connects the center of the earth and the point where actually you have to find the altitude. Okay, so this is the first part of the statement. The second is the projection of the line onto the equatorial plane. What do you mean by equatorial plane? Along the horizontal axis, the plane which cuts the earth or divides the earth into two halves. We call it as the equatorial plane. So this we have already discussed. Okay. So here in this sketch, this will be the equatorial plane, correct? So this plane, whatever you can see, this will be the equatorial plane. Am I right? So this whatever yellow shade you can see, this is the equatorial plane. Okay, this is only one half of the earth. The other half will be somewhere here. Okay, so this is only one half of the earth. So the first part of the statement is the radial line which joins the location of the center of the earth. So you want to find the altitude of this point, you will join a line and you will project this onto the equatorial plane. You have studied about the projection of points. Okay, some basic knowledge about that is required. How do you project it? You take a compass, from here you mark this point and this you project onto the equatorial plane. You will draw a radial line which connects onto the equatorial plane. So the projection of point P onto the horizontal surface, I call it as P dash. Okay, so OP is the line that joins the location with the center. OP dash is the projection of the point P onto the horizontal plane. The angle made between these two, we call it as altitude. The same thing I have clearly explained in the red color also. In the figure, angle between OP and the projection of OP onto the horizontal plane, OP dash, is called as the altitude. Okay. I will explain once again. Say for example, you want to find the altitude of this point. First, you will join this point to the center of the earth. Okay, then OP line you will get. So this OP line you will project onto the horizontal plane. Okay, wherever it meets, it is called as OP dash. So OP is the line that joins the location with the center of the earth. OP dash is the projection of line OP onto the horizontal plane. The angle made between these two, we call it as the altitude of a location. For example, if you want to find the altitude at this some other location, say for here, what you will do? First, I will call this location as the S. Okay, so I will join these two first. Okay, then project it onto the equatorial plane. Okay, so this will be the S dash. So this will be the altitude of the location. Are you following? So
Yes,
this will be the phi L. Very good. Is it clear? Some of you can unmute and tell, because if I'm keep
Yes,
on
sir.
moving it. Okay, good. See, if you can practice this sketch easily, you can understand and easily you can write. See, if this sketch is there, if you want to define altitude, phi L, you can just see it is between these 2 points. It is angle between OP and OP dash. Next, okay, you can start writing. It is the angle between, what is OP? It is the line, that radial line that connects the location to the center of the earth. Okay. Second part of the statement, what is OP dash? It is the projection of the radial line onto the equatorial plane or horizontal plane. So these two terms, if you club, automatically you will get the altitude angle. Okay. So first you will write angle between, it is the angle between OP and OP dash. Then you will try to describe what is OP. OP is the radial line that connects the location to the center of the earth. OP dash is the projection of OP onto the equatorial plane. So these two statements, if you club, you will get the definition of altitude.